Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to draw a face, but I'm going to show you how to start thinking about it from different angles. Okay, so far we've only been thinking about the person's looking straight at you, no tilt, no turn, nothing. And today I'm going to show you a couple ways how to go about changing the angle and making it look different. Okay, so I'm always going to start with the big circle. Okay. That was a pretty good circle, first try, not going to lie. Okay? The bottom circle is going to be the one that tells which way the face is tilted towards or up or down, whatever. Okay? So, if I'm going to have the face just straight forward, obviously that bottom circle is going to go right in the middle, right where we've been putting it. If I want the head to just be not up or down, but just sideways, I'm just going to take this circle and instead of centering it, I'm just going to move it over here. Okay, so this one I'm going to draw right now is a side view. It's also called profile. Okay, profile view. Okay, so this circle, instead of just drawing it right here, I'm just going to move it over, and it's going to be closer to the outside of the head. Okay, so now this is my head shape mostly. Right, this is the back of the head, and then the neck would kind of come off like that, and then like that. Okay? So, when I'm doing this, the lines are going to stay the same, right? So we've been drawing a head front view, and it's been sort of this shape, right? And we've been drawing this line straight up the middle. Okay? That line we're not going to do in profile because that line is actually right out here. Okay? If you turn your head completely sideways, the middle of your nose is on the very outside of the head. Right, so we no longer have to worry about that. We're actually only going to draw one eye, one nostril, half the mouth, one ear, and profile. Okay, it sounds easier, but we're used to looking at people straight on. Right, we're not used to looking at someone's eye from the side and the nose from the side, and so drawing those things is harder because we're not used to looking at them. Okay, so we don't have to do this one, but we still do have to do these ones so we can figure out where all those things go. Okay. So I'm just going to turn this chin into a little more chin shape first, okay? So then I can get rid of the inside circles. All right, so now if I consider that this is my middle line, I'm going to cut in half from the top of the head and the bottom of the head, right? And my eyes are going to be somewhere in the middle, right? So somewhere right about there. Now, when you're looking at a person's head from the side, you're actually taking into more consideration the roundness of the head. Okay, so I'm actually going to, this line's actually going to be maybe slightly curved like this because your faces are more round. Okay, so now I'm going to divide from that point to that point in half, bottom of the nose, bottom of the bottom lip. Okay, so now that I have those ideas, I can start to figure this out. Okay, so the part where your eye is, you have your forehead kind of sticks out further, and then it kind of dips in for the bridge of your nose and comes out, right? So right where your eye is, there's going to be a little dip right there. So I'm going to draw that first, and then I'm going to sort of smooth that out into the forehead. And obviously everybody's forehead is shaped a little differently. Okay, I'm going to draw this nose so that it curves out. And the lips are going to stick out just a little bit beyond this line too, just a little bit. Okay, so the top lip, I like to do just this little curve and then straight line back down. And then the bottom lip is going to be more round. It's going to stick out just a little bit further than the top lip, usually. And then it's going to come down, and everybody's chin is different. I like to make the chin stick out a little further. Okay? So that is a face, the profile of a face, so the side view of that edge. Okay? So now that I've got all that figured out, I can start to put things in. So normally when we draw an eye from the front, we're going to sort of see this sort of almond shape, right? So everybody kind of knows what an eye shape looks like. Okay, something like this, right? So from the side, we're only going to see half of that, right? So it's essentially going to be just half of this. So this eye is actually going to look almost like a triangle with a rounded side to it. Okay? So this eye is going to be set back from the nose. Be like right there. And it's going to sort of look like a triangle with a rounded end. The eyelids are actually going to stick out just a little bit because they actually wrap around the eye. And then your eyelashes are going to kind of stick out beyond that. Okay? The eyebrow, this part that sticks out a little more is going to be in line with the eyebrow. Okay, so that's already kind of figured out for us. Okay? Now I know where the corner of the eye is. I can sort of draw this line down. Think about your face being round. I'm not going to draw this line flat. Okay, the corner of the eye kind of lines up like that, so I know that that's where the nostril is going to end up. Okay, I'm only drawing half the nose, so I only need one nostril. I'm going to go out to the pupil. Same line. That's going to be the furthest out, further corner of the mouth. So that's going to go like this. Okay, like that. I'm going to draw a line back towards the back of the head, sort of tilted for the top of the ear. Same with the nose. Okay, and this ear is going to be closer to the back of the head than it is to the face. Okay, so there's more or less a face in profile. Okay, and that, obviously the hair is going to make a big difference on the ear or the face or bangs or whatever. The pupil, when you're seeing an eye from the side, if the person's looking straight ahead, that iris and pupil are going to be way out on the edge. Okay, and we'll talk about that some more in a bit. Okay, questions about profile? Okay, so now, 3/4 view. So a 3/4 view is halfway in between looking straight on and profile. So it's kind of almost in between. Okay? So we're going to go, again, large circle. Okay? And instead of going all the way on the side or down the middle, I'm going to put it sort of halfway. Okay, so this is going to be a 3/4 view. So now the tricky part about a 3/4 view is this center line. It's not straight down the middle, and it's not at the very edge. So this is actually going to sort of go, and it's going to be curved because the face is curved. It's going to sort of be like this now. Okay? So let me draw in this jaw. And get rid of these circles so you can see it a little easier. So now with the 3/4 view, you will see both eyes and both nostrils, but the eye and the nostril that are on the side you don't see very well are going to look smaller. Okay? So when I do this, 3/4 view is actually the hardest of the three. Okay? Straight on, profile, 3/4 view, it's the hardest. Okay, so I'm going to go top of the head, bottom of the chin. Here's my line for the eyes. Okay? Nose. And bottom of the bottom. Okay? I have to think about where I think the side of the face will be. Okay? So right about here is, if I was looking at this person from the front, I wouldn't see past right here. Okay? So I'm going to think about where the side of their face starts, and I'm going to divide my half lines off of it. Okay? This one is actually going to be a little further over. I want to keep this spacing the same. Okay? So these eyes are actually going to happen here and here. Okay? Corner will be here, corner will be here, nostril, nostril, corner of the mouth, corner of the mouth. Okay? The ear is going to happen closer to the back of the head. It's going to sort of be like this. Okay? And the neck is just going to come off of the back of the head. Okay? Under the chin, it's going to kind of just pop out under the chin. Okay? So now when I'm drawing eyes from 3/4, instead of drawing it like this, I have to draw both eyes differently. Okay? On this eye, I'm going to see more of the inside of the eye. And on this eye, I'm going to see more of the outside corner of the eye. So this one, I'm actually going to draw the corner a little further in. It's going to cut off the top part of the eye, and I'm barely going to see any on the other side of the eye. Okay? This iris is going to go out almost all the way to the outside edge. Whereas on this one, the inside corner of the eye is going to look closer, and I'm going to see more of the outside of the eye. Okay? Just because of the angle of it. I'm actually going to see the bridge of the nose and the top of the nose from 3/4 view, and then the front of the nose is actually going to be more of a actual shape instead of just a line and a nostril. And then the other nostril is just going to kind of be tucked over there. Okay? Mouth, pretty similar to just a front view. It doesn't change a whole lot from 3/4. The only difference is the middle of the mouth is actually going to be closer to that side of it. Okay? And then this other side of the face, you're going to see more of like a cheekbone, and then mouth, and then a little bit of chin. Okay, it's not quite like this pronounced, obviously, but you do see part of that, and then you see a little bit of the eyebrow, and then that shape of the forehead. Okay. Oh, can't forget the eyebrows either. I was wondering why it looked so strange. And this eyebrow is going to go all the way to the edge of the head. Okay? Who's got questions?